I used to try and avoid saying that skiing was a big part of my life because it sounded corny, but it turns out if you spend a lot of time doing it, it is a huge part of your life. I'm a skier and photographer up in the Victorian high country. My brother and I, we grew up riding push bikes and we'd build jumps. Maybe our jumps would be like 4 or 5 meters. But then we got on skis and then suddenly we could jump 4 or 5 times as far, not get hurt, hooked on it straight away. The type of skiing that I love is free skiing and backcountry skiing. I had a bit of an injury when I was younger, when I was 18, which meant I couldn't become a freestyle skier. The goal was to try and get to a high level. I had a bit of a reality check. I was told that I was very close to being quadriplegic, and if I had any big impacts, I'd be a quadriplegic again. So it was a bit of a step back. It turned out that I really loved skiing and I loved the mountains. If I hadn't have, that would have been the end of it, I suppose, because I wouldn't have had the adrenaline fix from it anymore. The challenges ended up being, how can I have a cool adventure skiing, taking small steps, just working up to finding where my boundary for what I felt was dangerous was for skiing. During winter, I'm generally working up in the ski fields. Once it's spring, the snow's melted, work's usually stopped, and for some reason, it's just always been when my friends and I try to get up in the mountains and start adventuring. Hunting down the last little spots of snow left. It's a pretty nice way to finish winter. You kind of actually visually search for and then look at the last little bits of snow disappearing off the peaks. Get in the car and drive up and then figure out how you can hike to this little spot and then ski the last strip of snow. Definitely one of the last people to ski in Victoria, so that's always pretty fun. You're just trying to wring out the last bit out of something, trying to clean your plate. Australia is unique as well because we do get some variable conditions. We'll get ice forming a lot. So if you go out early morning on something that hasn't seen any sun yet, you can have some really hard ice, and the risk is coming into that not knowing it's going to be slippery and doing a turn, losing an edge, and you'll just slip to your death. Reminds you how small you are, and the mountain doesn't really care if you get back or not, which is nice because a lot of things in life aren't like that. The equipment I choose for my adventures does impact it pretty well. Got to have proper ski gear, otherwise I will get hypothermia out there. That kind of carries across to everything too. Like, I need to have a full drive. Everything kind of needs to be pretty dependable. This roof rack is great because I can have everything easily clipped on there. I can have my skis ready to go straight away. So everything I do choose for this vehicle does affect my work and does affect my adventures. So this system helps me out pretty well in that space. I definitely appreciate the mountains and I appreciate skiing in Australia. It's still fun, no matter if it's super steep or not steep at all, or lots of snow, or in this case, no snow. It's still just a great activity to get out and be in the mountains, and I love it. I'm Jack Arthur. I'm a photographer and a backcountry skier and a modern day pioneer.